to hell.
Oh, yes.
What is going on? The horror movie Avengers have returned again for another episode of Versus, baby. That's right. We got Tony of the Dead with a Mister on the front. That's right. We got the Sexy Sumo in the house, back on the show. It's been a while, my friend. That's right.
It has been a while.
That's right. Your YouTube channel's growing like crazy. I mean, shit. All those
It's growing to the ground.
Growing the wrong way.
First ever on Versus, the honor. That's right. And the privilege that we have Joel from motherfucking Media Glitch. Oh shit, in the house.
Subscribe
on the Versus
today.
crew. That's right, my friend. Because you love the horror films, man. We are fans of the horror.
That's my genre.
That's right. And Eric, the Asian movie enthusiast, in the house with the awesome pumpkin. Oh, yeah. That's right. And
I didn't even notice that.
from the Metal Tavern podcast, we have DJ Neko and DJ Anubis, other horror fan alumni. That's right. They're here to talk horror, and we're gonna have a fun time talking horror today, and we're gonna get into shit. That's right. We're gonna get into it, but let's see who is here today. Movie Dojo Army showing up. Jake Hall, what's going on, my friend? Omegon32, John Martinez, WWE Guy, Shogun, Nate Dogs, Gerald, Flick Snacks, and Nick Knacks. What's going on, brother? Brian Trash, Marco G. Oh, shit. Already, Super Chat. Thank you, sir. Nate Dogs, you are the man. This is the fucking ruckus is now badass with this Versus episode. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, what's up, Patty? How you doing?
I'm
Shout
sending
out to
over the Media
Washington
Glitch Army as
State.
well.
Oh, nice. Media Glitch Army.
Tweeting
showing
it
up.
out for you.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Just combine all the badass armies. That's how we roll. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Creepshow, 1982. Man, and the who's who is in this movie and helped create the film. Directed by George A. Romero, is written by Stephen King. I mean, we got Tom Savini doing the effects. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people. But in this movie, we got a great cast. Leslie Nielsen, Adrienne Barbeau, Ed Harris, all these badasses and more. And plot synopsis is simple. An anthology which tells 5 terrifying tales inspired by the EC horror comic books of the 1950s. All right. So, I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but it's all good. All right? It is all good. All right. I actually really, really, really like this movie. I got it on Blu-ray.
Why wouldn't
I really
you like
it.
this movie?
However, I did not grow up with this film. Okay? For some reason, I always missed it growing up, and I remember it always used to come on the tele, and I used to sit there and I used to I watched it in parts, but I never watched it from beginning to end. For reasons I don't remember. It was a long fucking time ago. I'm old, all right? So I can't remember why. Maybe I was scared. I don't know. I was a little samurai watching TV. But I didn't grow up with it until I watched it many years later passed, and then I bought it on DVD, and I watched it, and I was like, this is so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of the shorts. I think my favorite one was the Adrienne Barbeau one with the creature, man. That was great. I really enjoyed that one. But first, I gotta give a shout out to Ed Harris. I gotta give a shout out to Ed Harris for giving Crispin Glover a run for his dancing money from the Friday the 13th series. That's right. You know.
Yeah.
Yo. Ed
He
Harris.
gets him a run for his money, but he doesn't beat Crispin Glover, man.
No, he got close. But no, Crispin Glover's another level.
Although that gif really, I don't know, that might change my mind. I'm getting lost in his
That's so
hair.
Academy Award winner, baby.
Yeah, it is kind of mesmerizing.
I can't stop watching.
I had to
See that?
give a shout out to Ed Harris's moves there. But yeah, great effects, funny. It's just such a great time and perfect to watch around the holiday season, because we all know, Halloween is the best
holiday.
That's right. And we got a big panel today. I don't want to talk too much, but yeah, love Creepshow. Always, if it came out on 4K, I'd buy it again. All right, Tony. Unless you want to go up, you want to hear what everybody else says, and we'll come back to you.
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay.
'Cause I'm still very it's very close.
Okay,
These two, I'll be
awesome.
honest, but
The best verses
I'm waiting for
are
the
always like that.
waiting for the edge
All
pushed
right.
over.
DJ Netgo Creepshow. Your thoughts.
You want me to start or you start?
You're up.
Okay.
You're up. You're
All
up.
right. I like Creepshow. I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm really a fan of mythology type movies, though. So I like having little bites of things, and I always growing up was watching like Tales from the Crypt and Twilight Zone, all the like little things that you can kind of digest. And really, I love how they continue to show too, like with the new series and everything. But I think my favorite one is the one that you were saying to with Adrian Barbeau.
The crate.
Yeah. That was my favorite one too. What was your favorite one, baby?
Yep. the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, that's what he kept calling it. He's like the Tasman.
Yeah, I grew up with this. Unlike Samurai, this was actually something I saw as a kid, teenager, and I think my favorite episodes out of this is Father's Day and also The Crate. I love the cast, very strong. Got Tom Savini and all of his effects are marvelous. Stephen King and George Romero. I mean, you can't really go wrong.
Oh yeah, that the birthday that was hysterical.
Happy birthday to me.
I find that with this.
Yeah.
I find with this and with Tales from the Hood, it's not really supposed to be funny, but you get like little bits of jokes thrown in there, like little like one-liners that kind of make it even more enjoyable.
The cool thing about Creepshow also was their integration of the comic part of it. So you'd go from like, little comic stills to the next episode, and then it was really kind of cool how they blended that in between episodes.
I like that.
Tom Atkins.
I think he's cutting out.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Really good film.
All
Yep.
right. So Neko and Anubis approves. They enjoy the movie. Eric.
Yeah. The epilogue was kind of neat. Obviously, yes, we get Tom Atkins, who's really good. And you get the neat-looking little ghoul to get us whet our appetite at the beginning. And then the Father's Day segment.
That's right.
One thing I'll say, though, overall, I'm a sucker for colorful horror films. I like films where the color pops, and the color pops a lot in this one. I mean, even in just the Father's Day segment, just the use of blue is just like outrageous, but I really like it. And it kind of makes sense for supernatural horror films to have outlandish color schemes. But I really enjoy that aesthetic. Yeah, you have Ed Harris in it. Some great scenes like the corpse coming out of the grave, like real traditional stuff like that. I do get kind of like an old school kind of classic vibe to this anthology as well. That Jordy Verrill segment might be my least favorite, the dim-witted farmer. But you do get Stephen King on crack, and it's always nice to see him act while on crack. But
your shit.
It's awesome.
The color of the moss, it's like a glowing neon green. It just like brings me right back into the segment. It's real kind of creepy and odd. And then we get my personal favorite of this anthology is Something to Tide You Over with Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen. Because I think that one has like good suspense. It's even a little bit mean-spirited, I think, in it too. And then you get the seaweed zombies, which are cool. And then The Crate I very much enjoyed. I like the daydreaming scenes where he's imagining about killing his wife. It's like it has like this macabre black humor to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the creeping up on you, which is the one with just a ton of cockroaches. Which is again probably one of the weaker segments, but it still has its moments.
It depends on who you are. Like if you have a phobia,
I can't watch it.
That one is like at a 10, you know? Like,
yeah, funny anthology though. I really enjoy it.
Nice. Joel, Creepshow,
man. Golly, I want to piggyback on what he said about the colors. You know, it's got a very awesome color scheme, much like Suspiria with their use of reds and blues. And I really like that. I will say, like both Creepshow and Tales from the Hood have two pretty epic decapitation scenes. If you remember the cop getting decapitated, and then he's, you know, the government. Well, we'll get to that. But like, this one is awesome because it's got frosting, it's got candles, you know, and it's a very iconic picture. If you see that picture, you know it's Creepshow. Stylistically, I love how it's a lot of it's framed like a comic book, in a lot of those scenes. And all the way they did that, and they continue to do that too. Exactly. And you got Tom Atkins from Night of the Creeps, right? Like what more could you ask for in a movie there? And I believe Jonah Hill? Is that Stephen King's son? Like that's who plays the little boy. That's Stephen King's son. I don't know if your audience.
Oh,
knew
is
that
it?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
that's actual Stephen King's son that plays that little boy, and so that's kind of cool. I love the whole, you know, father. What's that line that he says? It's so good. Oh, that's why God made fathers, because he's like beating on the kid or whatever. That's why God made fathers, baby. That's why God made fathers. You know, it's just got some really great lines in it. Looking at the segments, I grew up on this thing. I mean, since you know, watching it, you got Romero directing, Stephen King writing and acting, even though it's a bit over top. You got Tom Savini doing the makeup. I believe Tom Savini was the actual crypt keeper in the second one.
Yeah, he was a creeper in the second.
Yeah, and I always get 1 and 2 sometimes confused. I'm like, oh, he was the crypt keeper in 1, but no, he's a crypt keeper in 2, which I'll go on to say, like, I really love Creepshow 2. Real quick, I'll just throw that in there.
It's good.
And I can't, you know, every time, like the Moss one, I agree, it's probably like my least favorite, what like Eric said. But there's never a time where I have in my life where I haven't got a burnt blister on my finger and not thought about that scene, you know, where he like looks at his fingers and there's all those blisters on there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so nasty. And the cockroach one, I love seeing Leslie Nielsen not in a comedic role as well, and kind of in this like, it's that one. I really love that one, and the way the zombies are done, the way the makeup was done, the way they look when they get shot, the blood that comes out. You know, I'm always looking at like the gore factor. Yeah, like I really love. Even though it's very similar to Birthday Cake in a way, both of them. I even think, no. They use the same voice for the Moss Man and the zombie in the first one, huh? Kind of like the voice. They manipulate that voice, and these guys have a more of a gurgly sounding zombie type voice, which I really love. I can watch that movie over and over and over again. I never get tired of it. And if you, you know, I think Mr. Tony the Dead has a cool cover of that Creepshow, which I'm jealous. I got to get that.
Show your Blu-ray cover there.
I got this one here.
That's the OG.
Yeah, and then that's a cool one.
Oh,
what I'll say though, if you're a diehard fan and you want to get deep, get deep into it, I highly recommend Just Desserts. And this is the making of Creepshow, an insane, man, there's so many hours of amazing footage, things you never knew about Creepshow right here. This is what every Creepshow fan needs in their collection.
That's cool.
He's getting his out too.
What's that?
There you go.
Definitely.
You flip the cover.
Oh,
He's got it too. All right.
Oh, whoa. What is that?
Let me blow it up. Hold on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you flip the cover.
Oh, it's got a reversible cover.
Yeah.
Ah.
What?
Ooh, we're getting
Oh,
an
cool.
unboxing video.
Wait,
There's
do
your
I have
pigeon.
that?
Oh, it's a flip.
Look at, dude. Look at how this is.
You got
This is
it?
why I don't just go and buy something at Best Buy.
Oh.
Oh,
What is that about?
They ran out of ink.
Stupid.
They ran out of ink. They didn't print any more for that part.
Dude, what the heck? I feel cheated. That's a cool cover. That like the comic thing. And then of course the cockroach is. I love that segment because it's just. I love when insanely racist people get they're up and comings in movies for some reason. I don't know why. And so maybe because I'm Mexican and I've had to deal with it a little bit, but I think it's one of the most creative deaths in horror. When
Mexican too.
When the cockroaches just bust through their chest, and bust and like out his mouth and everything. And they used like 20,000 some cockroaches for that scene.
Oh yeah.
And like they wouldn't even do that today. Today they would all be CG, and so that segment holds up, even though it looks fake, like a prosthetic, and it's coming out. It's just the thought of it is still captures in your mind. So sorry, I probably took too much time.
No. All right. So Joel hates it. All right. Sexy Sumo.
Again, growing up with this movie, watching it for the first time on when they used to premiere on the Fox Channel 11 Monday night movies. That was always a good time watching it there, even though it was edited, but it was still fun to watch. I agree with everybody. The color pop, it's just the bright colors that really stand out, and just make everything just look really good and really cool, like that. And then going back to Joel talking about the zombies and then the practical effects and the voice they were doing with the gurgling and the sea foam coming out of their mouths as they're trying to talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff, man. Really good. No, Creepshow 3 sucked.
And see, didn't I tell you he would say it? Didn't I tell you he would say that? Reggie, I know you told. So Reggie is like my biggest troll that I have. It's so crazy. But speaking about, what I just thought about? There's this really cool shot with Ted Danson when the tide comes in, and he's underwater, and the light behind him, so
really
cool.
Bright. Yeah.
An amazing shot. Love that shot.
And that's when it did a transition to like the comic panel, right?
Yeah.
He's underwater. Yeah, that was really good. Aside from that, all 5 stories were great. But my favorite ones are the first one, which is the birthday one, and then the creeping up on you, the cockroach story. Really good. Being Mexican, seeing cockroaches didn't bug me. You see them all the time. So
Right.
It's all good. Always in the kitchen, coming out of the sink work. Who knows? They just come out.
You gave them names. They were pets.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like company comes to your house and like they're crawling on the wall and they're freaking out. And you're like,
like
that's
Joe's
just Stanley
apartment.
and Charlie, they're fine.
Joe's apartment.
You guys remember Joe's apartment? That's great
Only when they
stuff.
start talking to you.
But all in
Hey,
all,
Sumo, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
How's it going, Frank?
Any good trash today? Excellent. All in all, I really love this movie. I grew up with it.
Nice.
And like I said, the sequel is also another great one. But yeah, man, so
The
many
Ride
good
Lady.
things.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for the
thanks to,
ride, lady.
I got to give a little shout out to Sexy Sumo there. For some reason, I always avoided the second movie. And then he was like, "No, man, it's legit. It's legit good.
It's
Watch
good."
it." And I bought the Arrow Blu-ray, and I was like, "This is fantastic." I loved it. I had a lot of fun.
It's
with
too legit to quit.
Chief Woodenhead.
it. Boo.
Which is crazy because like the guy in that Chief Woodenhead segment, the guy who plays the Indian with the long hair,
Yeah.
he's just a white dude that they painted.
Oh yeah, that's
I
old school,
couldn't
man. It's
believe it,
1950
man.
style.
It's like when you find out the Indian from Short Circuit is a white dude as well. It's like
Or the Korean guy from Remo Williams.
He said, "This hair is going to get me paid and
Wait.
laid."
Yeah.
is he white too? No way.
Tony, Creepshow, my friend.
I've seen Creepshow. This is probably like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen it, but part 2 I've seen so many times. It's not even funny. But they each one of them have like a fear of mine. Like probably I'm claustrophobic, so the part where they're under the sand and can't move and it's coming in, the tide's coming in,
Oh yeah.
freaked me the fuck out. Like while I'm watching it now, like last night, it was like I was getting uncomfortable with it because I was just like, you start thinking, what would you do if that were you?
Oh,
I'd rather get shot. First of all, I'd rather just kill me if you're gonna kill me.
I can't think of a worse way to die.
Mhm.
Seriously, I have the same when I watch that segment. my mother was a big horror fan, and she would make me watch horror movies when I was 3. And she made me watch Jaws, and from that day I've never been able. I've had a huge fear of the water. And that segment always messes me up, man.
Your mom is awesome.
Yeah.
My mom got me in
Hey,
horror
Tony?
later on.
Are you more afraid of being in the water or nuns?
Well, nuns. You mean like some bastard sent me this?
Oh, the nun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get that framed, right?
For those of you that don't know, I like dumb me announced that I have a big fear of the nun, and then
nun or all nuns in general.
Well, mostly
Like you can't watch the Whoopi Goldberg movie. It like it's
Oh, I
terror.
love Sister Act.
It's Sister Act.
I
Yeah,
love
you
Sister
can't watch
Act.
that.
I had the soundtrack to that and everything. I used to sing it in the shower, but that's another time.
Tony
But
saw the
I'm very
scene
afraid of the
in,
nun, and
Conjuring
DJ
2, that was
Anubis
it.
sent
He's like,
in.
nope.
Nope.
And but you know, best friends torture others, right?
That's right.
Right.
I opened up. I said,
Anubis,
you
you do that
He
because you
sent it to
care.
him. Yeah.
You sent that to
It's
him.
all out of love, man. All out of love.
I know.
He told me that. He told me that he was sending it. I was like, that's kind of mean.
I announced it. That's all right. But yeah, I like that one the most because it has the creep factor. Obviously, gets on my skin, and the one that gets under my skin the most in the second one is the craft, because I just can't imagine what it's like to like have something attached to you and then like eat you slowly like that. That creeps me out. But that one's the one that stands out the most to me. The crate was good. The moss one I don't really care for, but I almost kind of feel bad for him at the end where he's like, please God, just this once. I was like, kind of felt bad for him. The birthday cake one was pretty neat. Ed Harris dancing is great.
Hey Tony, how awesome would it have been though if the Moss Man went to pull the trigger and it just clicked? And then they did it. Like I always thought, man, that should have been the ending.
Just
You should have tried peeling it off somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he
But yeah.
tried, like,
Or his fingers got too big and he couldn't get the trigger.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I really liked this creep show, and this edition, obviously, it's really, really good. Adrienne Barbeau plays such a creepy, like a bitch, but I think the winning character is Leslie Nielsen's character. Again, I've always seen him Naked Gun movies, and recently I saw Day of the Animals, and he's an asshole in that. And then just to see him again in this, he's so good. He was such a good bad guy, way better than funny. I love him. But yeah, I obviously I enjoy Creepshow. So
nice. And one more shout out to Ed Harris. Let's leave this on for the rest of the stream. Fuck it. Let's torture the chat that's watching. Yeah, this will be in your nightmares. All right. Yeah, Creepshow. Good stuff, man. Now, 1995. Tales from the motherfucking hood. Plot synopsis. A funeral director tells 4 strange tales of horror with an African-American focus to 3 drug dealers he traps in his place of business. Directed by Rusty Kondiev and stars Corbin Bernstein, Wings Hauser, let's see, David Allen Greer, and many others. But let's talk about the man here. Let's talk about the legend. That's right. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Clarence Williams, the motherfucking third.
He makes that movie, dude.
He makes this movie, and
Manson.
I can't even as Sims, man. He is fantastic as Sims. I can't even do the face expressions. Look at this.
Samson half baked, man.
Yeah, from Half Baked, dude. Yeah.
I can't even do this face. Yeah, he is.
He was
a
great in
treasure.
Purple Rain.
he is a treasure in this movie, and rest in peace, Clarence Williams III. But this I saw early, or rented it when it came out, took it home, Me and my buddies were watching it. We were laughing hysterically, man. We were having such a good time hanging out and watching this movie and just dying laughing. And this movie does have some social commentary in it. To me, in my opinion, it doesn't hit you over the head as bad as some other movies that have come out recently. But there was that sense of you have a good balance. You have the social commentary, which in a way, reality is always more scarier than the zombie seaweed creature monster, right?
Yes.
But this movie, I think, did it well. It had a perfect balance of social commentary, some chills, some fucking hilarious moments, some actually really fun effects for 1995. Just overall, this is just a great movie, man. And it's just I never get tired of watching it. It's really fucking hilarious. And there you go, Joel. That's for you.
That's which is a great decapitation scene as well.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, and again, just some fun kills and effects.
This is a great kill right there.
Yeah, the bullet.
And it really.
That's awesome.
So just before this, if you guys remember, he sends the syringes flying, and they're in an alley. It's got a real Dream Warriors kill vibe to it. You remember that one? Or what a rush! That's every time I see that scene, I think of that scene.
But yeah, this is just I love this movie. I could watch it every day. It's hilarious. Enough of my yakking. Neko and Anubis, Tales from the Hood.
I'm with you. I love this movie. It came out when I was in high school, and I watched it non-stop. Like, I don't know what happened. It was just like me and my friends started watching it. I had VHS, I guess, back in every single day almost in October of that year we watched it. It was just insane. So I think my favorite segment, though, is probably the one with the little dolls, and the one that came before that with the yeah. Because that is something I'm actually a little bit afraid of. Like, I hate ventriloquist dummies. Like when little dolls kind of like start things, it's a little bit weird for me. But
Expect to get a doll in the mail from Tony.
oh yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get one of those little voodoo dolls.
Have you seen Magic?
And I'm gonna go.
Anything.
I can't do magic. I can't. What was it was some anthology series I watched before. It was a ventriloquist came alive and was like running around the apartment, and then the woman locked herself into the bathroom, and then she peeked underneath, and then the dummy was peeking under, and I was a kid, maybe like 4 or 5 when I watched it, and it ruined it for me. So, but this movie, even a little bit, it's hysterical, and I also kind of like the called where it was the guy and he was getting tortured, and then he refused to get better, and then they killed him anyway, and he went to hell. The last one, the very last one, I like, cause that whole
it's like a twist,
like Clockwork Orange. That's what it kind of gave me that Clockwork Orange feel, where they were like
convert. I think
they were kind of trying to screw with this guy real bad so that they got him, and I don't know. I absolutely love this movie. I'm really sad because I don't have a copy, which is surprising, and we were going to watch it last night, and I'm like, how can we not find this? It wasn't on anything. So your turn.
Yeah, so I agree with a lot of her points. I do love the doll episode a lot. A lot of great acting in this, just like Creepshow. And I think he kind of hit it, Samurai, when he talked about how the social commentary in this isn't something that we see nowadays where it's like forced on you. It's like naturally progressive.
Yeah, but it feels like revenge. And you're like, it's served up nice and sweet.
It is.
That's
but,
what I like.
I mean, it's done naturally. There's no like beating you over the head with it. Like it's just fluent and it works. And it's like it. And I can't say much more than she's already said. It's just a really, really good anthology.
Which I feel like they lost. Like if you Tales from the Hood is at 3. I feel like they're just beating it over your head, the social commentary, you know?
Even part 2.
Yeah. Oh, part 2 is really bad,
I started like 15 minutes of part 2 and I turned it off.
Remember,
I was so
if you
bored.
don't vote Democrat, it's the equivalent of peeing on your ancestor's grave.
Yeah.
So they went that route. I'm
It
already
gets
annoyed.
really bad.
We're gonna
Yeah.
pass on that one. Nice, Neko and Anubis. There's one thing I forgot to mention, kind of similar to Leslie Nielsen being a straight G in Creepshow.
Exactly. Yep.
Dude, I'm never gonna look at David Allen Greer the same way.
Yeah, man.
He
He could be a real jerk, man.
And I feel like
I was
that
like,
came-
dude.
yeah, I feel like
Living
it came
Color.
out during Living Color's like heyday.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
You see him and you're like, holy smokes! And he does a phenomenal job of playing the monster, like, you know. And oh my gosh, so good. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, that was like, whoa. All right, Eric.
Yeah, this is a cool flick. This one, instead of a book ending segment, a prologue and epilogue, we get the wraparound where we revisit the Clarence Williams III between the stories, which is pretty neat.
Right.
He keeps things rolling. I liked it. The ending of the wraparound, maybe a little bit cheesy with its depiction of hell, but his makeup was pretty sweet in that. I liked his makeup at the end. And then we get
And the little
the
like animated cartoon tongue.
Does anyone pay attention? I know everyone's probably laughing. Does anyone pay attention at the guys burning?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I want to see the fire effect taken away and just show them like behind the
Show them
scenes going.
shaking.
Hey, Samurai, I'm surprised that you didn't use the devil from Legend in here. It was a perfect moment, man.
They look so similar.
Ah!
Oh yeah. I should have did that. But yeah, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, you get the Rogue Cop Revelation short, which I liked because it's just like they said, it's a solid just revenge flick, and I enjoyed it. Get some good death scenes with the decapitation. The one who gets like sucked down into the grave, which is cool. I also like the one the boys get bruised with the little kid, and it was pretty creative in how he's able to get revenge by drawing pictures, and then like destroying the pictures. It was really neat. The comeuppance one is probably my favorite with the little dolls, because you got Corbin Burnson versus possessed dolls. Like, that's all I need. And I like the special effects are pretty good. When I was rewatching it, the dolls didn't move for a while. And I'm like, ooh, I don't remember what's the special effects like in this? And then they upped their game, and it delivered when they started moving. And also the thing that creeped me out when I was younger is the bleeding picture. When he smacks the picture and the lady starts
Such
bleeding.
A good bit.
Oh, that even creeped me out a little bit when I rewatched it. That's kind of creepy. So, yeah, that's a good segment.
To add to that, Eric, when he looks back up at that picture and all of them are kind of gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's really well done.
And it's all like blank.
Yeah.
You know, he's in some trouble, man.
And then the last film, that whole contraption reminded me of The Machine from The Princess Bride. Like, that was a major setup. Very solid anthology.
What was the name of that machine?
It's just called The Machine, I think. I don't know about what they call it in this one.
No, in The Princess Bride. I think they have a name, right? What is it? The Pit of Despair. Did you say it? Someone
well,
said
it's in the Pit of Despair. I don't know what the name of the machine was. It's been a while. Joel, Tales from the Hood, man.
Tales from the Hood. This is an interesting one. I mean, I seen it in the theater, and a million times after that. I actually think that all the stories, that it's better than Creepshow, how it encompasses all the stories in it, and they all have some sort of like tie-in, you know. And of course, you know, you got domestic violence, police brutality, politics, the way they do that, and then they wrap it up better, I think, in a better package than Creepshow does, right? And I think it's better. It's actually a better story, you know, and especially when you get to that last segment, where you find out that the 3
Mhm.
gangsters are the ones that shot what is it, Crazy K,
Crazy
right?
K, yeah.
And Crazy K, that Crazy K segment is so like, this movie has a message where Creepshow is just awesome, right? And has awesome stories. This has a message of like I said, police brutality, but that Crazy K segment is very profound, where it talks about black on black crime, and there's a 2-minute segment of like all this crazy stuff that old clippings, KKK and stuff, and it's kind of disturbing to watch. And you see that he's no different. Crazy K is no different from those guys, and like that, if I was in that gangster lifestyle and I watched something like that, that may make me think about some things in my life. And I think that Tales from the Hood has a really good message underneath all that craziness on every segment,
Mm-hmm.
of course. And then the monster segment I absolutely love. I think it's insanely creative, and I thought the effects when David Allen Greer gets his up and comings was amazing. It's almost like what the new Suspiria did in that one scene. You know what I'm talking about? Did you guys watch the new Suspiria?
Yep,
I mean,
I sure did.
When she's dancing, she's just getting folded.
Yep.
As the other. I thought about, oh, that's kind of like that, the monster scene, and I love the what's really cool is about that first segment where they kill, is he a governor? I don't remember what he is.
Governor.
Yeah, he's some kind of councilman or something.
Oh, councilman, yes.
Oh, him.
He was
Yeah.
And
he was
so
trying to bust corrupt cops. He was trying to take corrupt cops down.
Yeah. What I love about this segment is the way it ends. Because he gets that other African American cop to help him to kill all these white cops, and then he makes that African American cop go crazy and insane because he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When he had the
Where were you
chance.
when I needed you, brother?
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
think that these are these little messages that Tales of the Hood does so well, and it's amazing. So, and then I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I think the dolls, we hit everything. You guys said everything about what's awesome about the dolls.
Yeah.
And the stop motion is actually pretty good for those little dolls for that time.
Yeah.
And is there another episode that I'm missing in there, or is that all of them?
I think it's 4.
I think.
Yeah. So like, if you think about anthology movies, and I know this is a versus episode, and I'll tell you which one I like best. I think that where we are debating the top 2. I don't think there's 2 better than these. You know what I mean?
Okay. Copy that. And to clarify, Creepshow is not the first horror anthology movie.
Oh,
People
no.
need to stop saying that.
Really?
It's a great movie, but it's not the first.
From
There's a
Beyond
few with
was
Peter
another
Cushing
one.
even back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
Black Sabbath. I
Yeah.
mean, you got so many. There's a lot.
Yeah,
So I
Mario
just want to
Bava.
clarify that. Creepshow
I'm a
is
sucker
amazing,
for
but it's not the
anthology
first.
movies. I
Oh,
watch
yeah.
them all. I even watched that Felicia Rose
Hey.
horrible
I am too.
garbage.
Which
You
one
know?
was that?
I don't even remember the name of it.
Wasn't it
Don't have-
XX or was that a different movie?
Don't
Oh,
ever watch it.
That sucked.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Fuck
ever watch
Did
it.
you
that
ever watch
movie.
Mortuary Tales?
I think it's
No,
XX.
Mortuary Tales is fun.
Fuck that.
It was
movie.
good.
That movie's horrible, man. Sorry, I had a rant there.
I've seen them all, guys. I've seen them all. It's insane
Nice.
how much I love anthology movies, and it's that one like subgenre that you either get it right or you get it completely wrong, and it's insane garbage.
Copy that. Sumo.
So I purchased Tales from the Hood this morning on Vudu for $5.
Oh wow,
There you go.
So I don't know if you guys are looking for it. It's there to purchase.
dedication.
Yeah, well, it was only $1 more.
I think I bought it.
Yeah, true.
Okay, sweet.
No, from Amazon. I bought it, but it never.
Okay, I think they were the same price, $5. But all in all, fun movie. The stories were all good. I mean, you guys pointed out all the facts pretty much as far as what was good and what was great about it. So I'm just keep this short. But did you guys notice out of the three cops, the one that got sucked into the ground? He was also the spider in Pulp Fiction.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
He got
And
what he
then-
deserved in both movies.
Exactly right.
He's also
And
been
then-
in what was it? I can't remember. Go ahead.
But the one of the thugs, usually the main one, right? The one on the left that was always in charge of everything. He was also in Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. He's the one that got stomped on. He went flat. No, not that guy. It was the other guy, the other tall guy.
The tall guy.
No,
Okay.
it's the other guy. They also make fun of him because in Menace to Society he does
Right.
this weird walk.
Yeah.
And then Don't Be a Menace or whatever, they do that stupid walk in there just to make fun of him. I love it.
So what's up, partner?
Yeah, exactly. So good.
And then was it Clarence Williams is the main actor?
Yeah.
Dude,
Third.
the third. Sorry, but I love when little by little he's telling his stories, and then as he gets deeper into the end of the movie, every time they're always talking, "Give me my shit," and he goes, "Oh yes, the shit."
Yeah.
Gotta give me shit. You know, but the very last one when they're like, "That's it, man. We're tired of you, old man. Better give us the shit," and they smacked him in the head, and he goes, "Ooh, shit." You know, and that's just hilarious, man. To see him lose his shit like that's great.
It's such a good performance. And when he gets to the end, he's like, "You guys are going." He's sweating and he's just delivering his lines with such intensity. You're like, give this guy an Academy Award, man.
He's all, "This ain't no funeral home. This ain't no terror dome.
Look at how much sweat he has in that gift. Look at that.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell."
hell.
Oh, did you have the animated tongue? Did I see it for a second?
The quick slither.
It comes out of the gap of his. If you look at it, it comes out of the gap of his teeth.
They took the same CGI from Mortal Kombat Annihilation, put it in there.
I know, right?
But all in all, great movie, fun movie. I enjoyed it. Now that I own it, I probably watch it more often. So it's really good. I mean, I saw that movie when it first came out on VHS. I saw it maybe once or twice, and then I just haven't seen it ever since. And I just skipped the sequels altogether because I just didn't look too good.
All right, copy that. Tony, it is time.
This is one that I've seen a bunch of times too, but like it was a while ago, so I was reliving it, and I forgot how some of them ended. The one with the cops in the beginning, like I didn't realize it back then who Wings Hauser was, and I think I liked him a lot in this. Like he was like the best crooked cop there was, and like he deserved everything he got. And like everybody's kind of said everything I wanted to say, but like the messages behind the whole movie and everything, it's you know, so good, and it's sad that not really much has changed. You know, that's one thing I was thinking about. Like, there's still police brutality and all that shit, and you know, but I don't want to get into that. But like the Crazy K one, is really creepy. Like where like this guy got shot, and like, oh, why don't we ever talk anymore? Oh, that's right. You killed me. And
when he's having the flashback,
you were short on your money.
In that room, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then like when that little girl shows up, it's like, what about me? I didn't do anything. He's like, you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's like, oh my god. You know, you kind of like, it's like, it's an impact. It really hits you hard. And but they really should put a warning on that. Like, it doesn't bother me, but the strobe light, I can imagine a lot of people like, you know,
that was a bit
or
much, a
something.
little bit.
Yeah. But I forgot how he ended up with the painting, like in the cop one. I forgot how he like transformed into that.
Yeah,
that
into the cross, right?
Yeah. It's like, and now you're welcome to my world or something like that. That was
Because that's
cool.
actually a mural. He's in the mural that was dedicated to.
Right.
That's awesome.
It's the haunted mural.
Yeah, that one was really good. I liked that one a lot. I'm blanking now. What was
the little
was
kid with the
Crazy
pictures?
Oh, the little kid with the pictures. I forgot. I saw David Allen Greer's name, and I was like, "Oh, he's in this." I forgot about that. And then I never saw him like that. Well, I guess I did, but I forgot. And I was like, "Holy shit! This is like Leslie Nielsen being so funny. He's played such a good bad guy." David Allen Greer did such a great job as this jerk. Is he supposed to be a stepfather or father? Because kid did say his father was dead.
It was the boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a good message. It was a little cartoonish, but in a way, but I guess it's because it's a kid's imagination, and like it's that powerful. This is what is happening, and that's pretty terrifying, especially when he drew that other bully, and then he crumpled up the picture. And
I forgot about that.
And he fell down the stairs.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. Man, if I had that power.
Because they actually show the bully being carried away in the ambulance and everything.
Yeah,
School, right?
right. Both his arms and legs falling down the stairs.
Yes. Oh my
god, crazy. Clarence. What's his name? The third.
Clarence Williams the third. Yeah.
Clarence Williams the third. It was one thing I remembered in this movie so much. The shit. I love that. It's so funny. And the wraparound is one of the best things in this, especially the ending with the sweat and everything. And that right there freaked me the fuck out too, because to find out first that you're dead, they open up the caskets, they're dead. And I don't know what I would do. Then to find out you're actually in hell, that's more scary to me. That's scarier to me than being buried in sand like that.
Right.
But man, what a good movie. What a great movie. Still sends a powerful message, and
I
effects are
agree.
great. Oh, the dolls. I forgot about the dolls. Again, last week I said, if you can't get away from dolls, you deserve to die. And that guy was a bastard to begin with. It's true. I mean, run, leave, get in your car, and go.
Oh, sorry, wrong clip.
That might happen too. You never know.
What does David Allen Greer say on that clip? I forget what he says. It's hilarious though.
I forgot too.
Yeah, but he's like, "This ain't over, bitch."
Yeah.
He can't even move, dude. It's like, dude, it's over.
And then they set him on fire.
Yeah.
I'm the Black Knight.
Yeah, the Black Knight. The one small comedic moment David gave us. But yeah, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the dolls one is very good as well. Very creepy. I think when you see one missing from the picture, it's like, oh shit, and you hear the all over the house. He's like, where is it? Where is it? And it's neat how sometimes their faces are demonic looking, and then they're just kind of normal. But it was just the guy deserved it. And then when the one guy was helping him and saying what he should say and all that stuff, and then the doll trips him, it's I don't know, it's just so good. It's such a good movie. I'm so glad I got to rewatch this.
Nice.
And the one thing, well, I'll save it for
At the beginning.
Down the stairs.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, but he finds out on the VHS, right?
Yeah, he's looking on the VHS.
Yeah, okay. I was like, what? Okay.
And also the one thing in this movie that I remember too was the violins. I can't do it.
No. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't even bring up this point about the score of this movie. Is pretty epic.
Yeah, those violins and that are pretty scary sounding.
Kind of sound like Beetlejuice.
Nothing good comes next after you hear them.
Yes.
Yeah, great movie. I enjoyed it.
It sounded like the music from Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
I could see that.
I thought you said orgies. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Orgies. I love the music from Orgies.
Where's your mind right
great.
now?
I don't know. Where's your mind? I said Beetlejuice.
Right in the gutter.
You guys share the mind. That's the problem.
All right, Tony. Anything else, bud?
No, I think that was it. Oh, and also I apologize for earlier when you were I was showing you the case. I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, that's fine. You were just showing us anyway. It's all good. Really quick before we move on and get to the voting part, Gizmo in the okay. I gotta click on this. Wrong comment. I'm sorry, Gizmo. Thanks for watching, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. Shogun
Gizmo's from Media
76.
Glitch.
Oh, nice. One of the cops, I think he means Wings Hauser, is named Ramrod in a movie called Vice Squad. Has anyone seen
Team Ramrod.
Has anyone seen this?
I think I've seen it years ago.
Because this sounds hilarious. It's a movie called Vice Squad. You know it's got to be in the 80s, and his name is Ramrod. That's his name. If anyone's seen this, let me know. I just wanted to click on that. I was like, what? What is Vice Squad? Oh, shit.
my
We got
goodness.
a director, filmmaker, Ranjit in the house.
Ranjit!
What's up,
Thanks for
man?
hanging out with us, brother. Yeah. He loves his horror, too. All right. It is time to get down to the shit. That's right. It's time to vote, son. It's time to get to the vote. Before we go to Neko first, we got our guest vid votes. Let's click on them, and then we'll go back to us. Uh-oh. Jody's Corner, son.
Yo. Shout out to the Samurai Guy. It's your boy Jody Joe. What's happening with y'all? Shout out to the Samurai crew, man. Listen, Creepshow or Tales from the Hood, man, listen to me, man. I'm about to go left field on this one, Jack. There's only one that you could pick for sheer entertainment value, whether you're in the hospital bed, whether you're high, drunk, or even sober, or even if you're having a bad day. You turn this movie on, you gonna laugh. Shout out to that, man. Give me that Tales from the Hood, my guy, all day, twice on Sunday. I hope they win. Hope you guys fighting for it. Put up a good fight. See you next time. Peace out.
All right. Jody's got Tales from the Hood. All right. This our other homie, Aaron.
Hey there, and sorry I could not make it there tonight. I'll be watching it later on. And this was actually a really hard one. So we got Creepshow on one side, which is the classic one that pretty much we talks about the whole idea of like EC Comics, Tales from the Crypt. It's a homage to that, which I love. I grew up with EC Comics. I love EC Comics, about horror, all that type of stuff. And there are a lot of good stuff in Creepshow. I don't think there's a weak part to the original Creepshow. I particularly like The Crate and the Lonesome Death of Jordy Verro. I really love that, and Stephen King knocked it out of the park. Tales from the Hood is incredible. It is an amazing film that takes horror and gives it a social conscience without taking away from the horror aspect of it. If anything, it makes it scarier. It makes it hit home a lot more, and it's something that is such a genius idea that I'm surprised nobody had done it earlier. Anywho, between Tales from the Hood and Creepshow, it's hard. But as much as I love both of them, there's one of them that I grew up with, one of them that reminds me of going to my local drugstore, going to the spinner rack, picking up a Gladstone reprint of Tales from the Crypt or Vault of Horror, and just sitting back and spend the next hour or two reading and rereading it over and over again. And for that reason, Creepshow gets my vote. Wish I was there, guys. See you next time.
All right. Shout out to Cult of Cinema, Aaron Penn. We are 1-1 as of right now. Neko, who you got?
I probably sound obvious, but Tales from the Hood.
All right. Copy that. Nubis.
I'm going to go back to something Joel was talking about with these two films being like probably the top tier of anthology films. A few years ago, I had the pleasure of watching Tales of Halloween, and I actually love that film a lot.
It's good.
But these two here, the stylistics part of it that Eric was talking about, and going back to my teen years, I kind of agree with Aaron a little bit. Just it's that time period for me. I hate to do it, but Creepshow is my jam, man.
All right. 2-2. Eric.
Yeah, it's close, but I think there's one element that breaks the tie for me, and that's what is the best short film out of all of them. And in my opinion, it's Something to Tide You Over with Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen. So I'm going with Creepshow based on that.
All right. This is getting interesting. Joel.
Yeah, again, I think it's funny because they're two anthology horror films, but almost totally different. And you know, you got your like zombie horror monster movie, then you have real life horror, you know, and they're both amazing. They're both awesome. But in all honesty, it wasn't even a hard decision for me. And maybe it's the nostalgia glasses, but it's as a filmmaker, as a director, I'm looking at style as well. And I think that stylistically Creepshow wins leaps and bounds over the filmmaking that was done. Not to discredit the filmmaker. I think he did great on Tales from the Hood. And it's really well done. But there's something about Creepshow that, I mean, even star power, you know, all the people that are in it and were behind it, you know, George Romero directing, Stephen King writing, you know, you got Ted Danson, all this stuff just adds up. It starts to add up. And it's just, yeah, line for line, I got it memorized. I love the movie. It's one that I watch probably on a yearly basis, 1 and 2. I love 2 so much. It's so good. And so, yeah, for me, my vote has to go for Creepshow.
All right. Eric, where are we at now?
2-4.
All right.
Ouch.
Who you got?
What's that? Wait, whose turn is
What's
it?
your vote, motherfucker?
Welcome to hell.
Yeah. So again, Tales from the Hood, great movie, a lot of fun to watch. You know, I was sitting there with my sausage muffin, just watching this movie, and I was enjoying every minute of it. But like Aaron Pym, man, the nostalgia of it, you know, just going back to reading the comic books, you know, Tales of Suspense, you know, The Vault of Horror, all those comics, really good stuff, man. So I can watch Creepshow without getting bored of it ever, you know, and the sequel as well. So I am voting for.
Oh,
look at that.
Look at that. Nice. Very nice, my friend. All right. Tales from the Hood for Sumo.
I'm jealous
right,
of all
Tony.
these cool Creepshow things people got here.
This hasn't made it any easier who I want to vote for because it's just like
What are we at, Eric?
everybody makes sense.
5-2. Creepshow's winning.
Okay.
Oh God.
No pressure.
No, none. It doesn't matter.
Look, he's undecided.
I am very undecided.
He's deciding right now.
See, I think Creepshow has the weakest one of the segments, which is the Moss and everything with Stephen King. While even the weakest one, which is probably Crazy K and Tales from the Hood for me, is still has an impact in everything. Let's say this: if this was Creepshow 2 versus Tales from the Hood, it's Creepshow 2 all day. But I'm gonna have to go with Tales from the Hood because
All right.
there's
5-3.
nothing scarier than waking up dead in hell to me.
I don't think that's a bad answer. Like the packaging of Tales from the Hood, the writing and everything,
Yeah.
is better than Creepshow.
Right.
So that, you know, but
All right. So at this point, it doesn't matter what the fuck I vote for. But I tell you this. If Samurai did grow up with Creepshow first, it may have been a different answer today. I was going for Tales from the Hood, but I got to keep it real. Today's winner is... And we are all not losers because both of these movies are awesome.
Yeah.
And I was trying. Another reason why I picked Tales from the Hood. Oh, I forgot to point this out. Hold on. I was actually stunned with the Rotten Tomatoes scores audience score believe it or not, were tied. I couldn't believe it.
Oh,
The
wow.
audience
Oh,
score-
really?
Oh shoot!
Nobody gives
That's
a
a
fuck about the Rotten
tragedy.
Tomato. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about the Rotten Tomatoes critic scores. Fuck that. But the audience score, I'm actually surprised it's a tie. I'm surprised. But, we got to give the internet a voice as well. So the internet voted. Here we go. This is pretty bad. You ready?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes!
I was trying to give Tales from the Hood some love, but yeah. Damn, they said fuck this. We got
Why
slaughtered.
does nobody love Tales from the Hood?
I don't know. It's all good.
Oh,
It's
man.
all good.
Maybe they
But we
love
were-
it. It's just
Yeah.
it's the same conclusion that we've come to. It's
Yeah.
there's this nostalgia factor of Creepshow. There wouldn't be a Tales from the Hood if there wasn't a Creepshow, and that's a huge
That's
factor
true.
there.
Yeah.
I think part of it, though, with me with Creepshow is because I really don't think I ever fully watched the cockroach one ever, and it was just so gross to me. Like I cannot watch. What was it? We were
Roaches.
watching
That's a
Naked
great
Lunch, and I'm like,
testament,
turn it
though.
off. Turn it
That's a
off.
good
Turn it
testament.
off.
So no, what was it? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom, baby.
Scene
Oh
that you
God,
can't watch
yeah.
that.
But I still watch
Going to
indie.
die.
But
What's all that crunching going on?
Yeah.
I think also you should like when you do verses, there are like the sequels can taint things and turn things. So like the Tales from the Hood, they never really got as good as that. Where
Right.
Creepshow 2 is awesome. Creepshow 3 is
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
But the
2 is great.
Creepshow series that we got coming on Shudder is actually really well
yeah, the
done.
Creepshow series right now is amazing.
And it's something that's
Yep,
still living
totally
on,
agree.
and I think that is another
Mhm.
factor to look at.
It's true.
That's true. That's true. But this still was an awesome versus though, because
Oh,
we
it was
did
great.
in our own way. We all showed love for Tales from the Hood. So anybody watching
good
out
film.
there, brand new, if you've never seen Tales from the Hood, we highly recommend you go out and check it out. Buy it. You won't regret
You'll
it.
enjoy
It's still
it.
great.
Yep.
This was a great versus, man. This
I
was
was
awesome.
surprised.
We got to do this again. And all of these awesome badasses, they know their horror. You know what I'm saying? They know their shit. Even if they get in the shit, they know.
We
So
all
make
want
sure
this shit.
follow the Metal Tavern podcast on Podbean. That's right. DJ Neko representing DJ Anubis. That's right, representing metal and horror films. They know their shit. They know what they're talking about. Eric, the Asian movie enthusiast, subscribe to him as well. He knows his shit. Joe Valley knows his shit. And Tony knows his shit. Sumo, how'd you get in here?
I don't know shit.
Oh, we love you, Sumo. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You
love
know
you
what?
guys
This
too.
was a fun versus. We got to do this again next week, of course. Ooh, I wonder what next week will be interesting. We're going to have to discuss before we let everybody go. You guys won't know till later. That's how we do it. But this is a lot of fun. Don't forget tomorrow,
how we
guys,
roll.
hang out with the Samurai Guy. Tomorrow we got some guests, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Hang out again tomorrow for tomorrow's podcast. And so subscribe to everything. Everybody's information's in the description box below, so you guys can follow and subscribe. And you know what? I had so much fun today. All of you guys are awesome watching. Everybody in the panel is awesome, hanging out with the Samurai. Everybody today gets the Redford. Yeah.
You mean that's not Zach Galifianakis?
Everybody's getting the Redford today. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Everybody in the panel, don't go anywhere. And see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Welcome to hell.